welcome to my little corner of the world. Thank you for joining me. Today we are going to talk about the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette, specifically how to use this particular color right here, which is called Love Stone. I know a lot of people on YouTube have been calling it the Peachtree dish because it is a little of a weird texture. It's like a waxy texture. There is no other formula like that in this particular palette. So I'm gonna show you how I like to use it. My face is done with the exception of my eyes and lips. So let's get into it. So first, I'm gonna go in with this lightest shade right here. It's called Cherished. If you guys do not have this palette, it's okay. I just know that a lot of people do have this palette and we're just kind of like, I don't know what to do with this particular color. Because it is really strange. I don't blame people for calling it a Peachtree dish, but I particularly find it fascinating and I really like the formula. And it's not for everybody. But if you were thinking about the palette or you weren't sure what people were talking about, that's kind of like what this video is all about. Just how I personally use it, my opinion only. So let's see, I'm gonna go out of my comfort zone here. Normally I go in with these like pink shades, this one, but I think I'm gonna stick with these darker ones. We'll see how it goes. All right, so I'm gonna take a kind of a fluffy brush. It's the Rephr number 15, in case you're wondering. And I'm gonna go in with Precious. And it does have a mirror, which is really nice. So I'm just gonna, ooh, holy pigmentation. Did you guys see that? I didn't realize how pigmented that color was gonna be. So hopefully we can blend that out. We're gonna hope for the best here. These Rephr brushes are so nice, so if I have any chance of blending that color out, it's gonna be with these brushes. There we go. Beautiful color. All right, let's go with the other side. Yeah, and I made the same mistake. I'm very heavy-handed with my makeup in general. So I know if a palette is really pigmented, I really try not to, but just out of sheer habit. Now I gotta go in and darken up this side a little bit. Yeah, just out of sheer habit, I just pack color on so much. And this palette is one of my favorite palettes from 2021. Here we go. The formula is beautiful. The colors are gorgeous. They glide on, they're buttery. They're just really, really beautiful. All right. It was expensive. To me, it was worth it because I do use it quite a bit, but I understand if you don't want to spend the money on a palette like this, you can still get very beautiful, rosy, cool tone, mauve-y looks with a different palette. Just a side note as well, if you have the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde or were thinking about it, the last time I checked, this was on sale for, I think, half off on Sephora's website. It is very similar, with the exception of these blues up here, but it's a very similar color story. So instead of spending $67 on the Huda Beauty, you could spend, I think it's about $33, maybe some change. Let me show you a side by side. They are very similar. I have both because Retrograde is on top, Huda is on the bottom. Rose Quartz on the bottom, excuse me. So there you go, very similar. So if you wanted Again, in the Retrograde, awesome quality of the palette. So let's go in, let's darken up the outer corner a little bit. You know, I'm gonna just use the same brush. Why not? Let's see here. I think I'm gonna go in with Mantra. I'm gonna go in with Mantra. Okay, easy, Carrie, easy, because these are pigmented. Okay, I'm just gonna go. Really, the star of the show, I want to be Peachtree Dish. I feel like Pechtree's a little misunderstood. Hopefully she'll rise up to her real name, which is Lovestone, after this. I feel like they were like, oh, we need one more color. What do we do? They're like in the board meeting, figuring out the palette, sitting around a big old table. Oh, I know. Let's just throw some wax in the middle there. Let people figure it out. No, I'm certain that that's not how they did it. It's just funny to think. I'm sure there was a purpose for it. It's in the palette, and the palette is laid out beautifully, so there's got to be a purpose, a reasoning behind it. And maybe it's just for the reasons why I use it. All right. My eye, this particular eye is shaped completely different from this eye. I know you guys might not be able to see it, but when I put makeup on, it's very evident. But do you see how I have like a gap right here? I don't have like a gap right here as far as the pigment goes, color, makeup, but I do right here. And no matter what I do, it's like it doesn't want to stick there. It doesn't want to stay. And I've got extremely hooded eyes. I don't know if you guys can tell, but they are extremely hooded. All right. This eye gives me such grief, but that's okay. That is okay. By the time you put on your eyeliner, your mascara, your false lashes, it's barely even noticeable, so I just deal with it. All right, we're gonna take just another little brush. I'm gonna take this Cherished again, that first color that I use. I'm gonna highlight the brow bone just for fun. There we go. Okay, Lovestone. Let's do it. I'm gonna take a flat, very flat brush. You see it on my forehead? It's flat. This is from AOA Studio. It's the E122 brush, in case you're wondering, and I'm just gonna go right into Lovestone. I find that this particular pigment, and this is for me, for my skin tone, maybe the oils in my skin or whatever, I find that putting it on with a finger, it doesn't transfer the color to my eye all the way, like half of it stays on my finger. But with a brush, I can get more color payoff on the actual eyelid. So I go in with it, and it's gonna, I put a good decent amount on there. I don't know if you guys can see it. And then we're just gonna put it right on the lid. And I kind of tap and then pull. Tap and pull. And if you gotta go in with a little bit more, that's fine. And because it's so waxy, it doesn't do a lot of transfer from here to here. But because my eyes are so hooded, the advantage is that you can't really see the transfer if it goes up here, because that's how hooded my eyes are. So that's only one teensy weensy benefit of makeup with hooded eyes. And I'll do some videos, because your makeup can look very beautiful and very stunning even with hooded eyes, and it can look great. So if you have hooded eyes, stay tuned, because I will do some videos on that. I'm going to show you with my finger with the other eye, just so we can see a difference. Do you see? It's not as, and then it's still just stuck to my finger. So let's go back in with the brush. And you can just pat, 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 pat. If you get a little bit up in here, it's all right. Just go with it, blend it out. You see that? It's really pretty. It's really, really pretty. It's a little waxy feeling on the eyes. I'm trying to blend out that little bit of like glitter there, but I have wrinkles on my eyelids. Yes, I have wrinkles on my eyelids. They're hooded, they're mismatched, I got wrinkles, so it does catch on these wrinkles. So sometimes if you gotta do a little stretch, that's okay. But for the most part, like I said, you're gonna put liquid liner there, it's gonna get covered up. You're gonna put false lashes, that's gonna get covered up. The purpose of this video, again, was just to highlight how I use this. Now, inner corner. Let me use a mirror. Inner corner highlight. I mean, this color is really very, very pretty. I'm gonna put, you could even do it on the brow bone if you wanted to. I'll put a little bit right here. Hopefully you can see it. If you want to put a little down here, you can, just a little touch. And then I do have highlight on. When I was putting on my makeup earlier, it's just such a habit to just, I was like, oh, I got to keep my eyes bare, and I don't want to put highlight, and I don't want to put any lipstick on, but it was just, you know, it's like muscle memory. All right, here we go. Let's put some of this. It's really beautiful. Look at that, it's gorgeous. Oh, it's so pretty. Got that little hint of that like purplish pink in there. It's really, really pretty. You can put a little here if you want. You can kind of, I feel like with the finger, definitely with the highlight, because you have a larger surface to work with versus the eyes. That looks really nice. You can do a little bit on the nose. I have very oily skin, so the more product I put on my nose, the more highlight, and it's just gonna, it doesn't look very good. Now, let's put on some mascara. Let's complete this look. Actually, we're not gonna complete it just yet, but I am gonna put mascara on. The completed look is gonna be lipstick. And I'm going to, I am not putting on falsies, and I'm not gonna do any liner. I didn't curl my lashes either. If you guys have this palette, how do you use Love Stone? I'm curious. I mean, everybody's a little different. Some people might not like it at all. They don't like that texture. But other people might do like I do, and all right, there we go. Here it is on the eyes and cheeks, inner corner. Now, oh yeah, see, look, I got eyeliner on there, and I don't have any Q-tips, but not eyeliner, mascara. That's all right. Last but not least, let's do a little bit. I am gonna put a little bit of lipstick on. I'm not gonna line my lips. And then I'm gonna put Love Stone on top. You can use any lipstick that you want to. I'm gonna take the brush. Taking the brush, let's swipe it on the lips. It does look really pretty on the lips as well. Look at that. Look at the beautiful. Everything just flows. The eyes, the highlight, the lipstick, it just all flows really, really nicely. So there you have it. You can add a little more, make it a little bit more frosty. So there you have it. That is how I use the Love Stone waxy pigment in the Rose Quartz Huda Beauty palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing, and I will post some more videos using this palette and how I deal with my hooded eyes and my textured skin, and how your makeup can still look really, really beautiful even with all of that. So thank you guys. Bye-bye.